All right, GCC, welcome back with our daily devotional here. I'm Pastor Billy here at Grace Community Church lobby and doing our daily devotionals today. This is the second one today, like I said in the previous video. Missed one yesterday, making it up today. And so we're going to get right to it. John chapter 10. We're going to check out John chapter 10, verses 1 through 21 today. Very popular part of scripture here that we're going to read today. Verse 1, John chapter 10. Very truly I tell you, Pharisees, anyone who does not enter the sheep pen by the gate, but climbs in by some other way, is a thief and a robber. The one who enters by the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep listens to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought all of his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice. But they will never follow a stranger. In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice. Jesus used this figure of speech, but the Pharisees did not understand what he was telling them. Therefore, Jesus said again, very truly I tell you, I am the gate for the sheep. All who have come before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep have not listened to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep. So when he sees a wolf coming, he abandons the sheep and runs away. Then the wolf attacks the flock and scatters it. The man runs away because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. Just as the Father knows me, I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that are not of this sheep pen. I must bring them in also. They too will listen to my voice, and there shall be one flock and one shepherd. The reason my Father loves me is that I lay down my life, only to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have authority to lay it down and authority to take it up again. This command I received from the Father. The Jews who heard these words were again divided. Many of them said, he is demon-possessed and raving mad. Why listen to him? But others said, these are not the sayings of a man possessed by a demon. Can a demon open the eyes of the blind? So Jesus, he gives an analogy here of shepherds and sheep. Huge, elaborate analogies here. And Jesus, he refers to himself in two ways. One, he says he's the gate. He's the gate that you have to enter into the pen and go out of the pen through him. You enter through him, right? And he's clearly talking about salvation and coming to, salvation comes through none other but Jesus. And we know that. So he refers to the gate, the way you get in by going through him. He says, if you try to jump over it, you're a thief. You're breaking in. It's not true. It's not true salvation in that way. And so we enter through Jesus into salvation, into relationship with God the Father, and it comes through him. The second thing he says, he's the good shepherd. And a shepherd, it guides and leads the sheep. It takes care and provides for them. It protects them, right? The shepherd. And that means that we are the sheep, right? That's who he's talking about. He's talking about the church. He's talking about us, that we are his sheep, that he's the good shepherd, and he leads us, he guides us. And then he brings up a couple other people. He has the thief, right? And the thief is the devil, who comes to, in verse 10, the thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. I think that's so key that we remember those things, because that's the devil's motives, to steal, kill, and destroy. He wants to steal things from us. He wants to kill and destroy them, steal our hope, steal our joy, kill our relationship with God, destroy our relationship with God, right? He comes to steal those things, steal, kill, and destroy. And then we have the hired hand who he says he doesn't own the sheep. He's just hired to take care of it. But this is someone who really has no interest, who's really in it for themselves. It's, someone who's taking care of the sheep, the church, helping the church out, but really it's for their own glory, it's for their own personal gain, not for the interest of God, or not for the interest of the actual church, the sheep, right? The people. Doesn't really care about them. If he doesn't really care about them, he'll just run off instead of protecting the sheep. And so when things get hard, the hired hand is gone because it's difficult, it's hard. And so he says this, he's the shepherd, he doesn't leave. This is what we know about God, is that he is the good shepherd. Jesus is the good shepherd, he doesn't leave. That he knows his sheep. I think that's so key when we read that with verse 14, I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep and my sheep know me. So key to remember that right there, that our God knows us. I mean, we think about that, how unique each and every one of us are, how our personalities are different, our pasts are different, the things we've been through in life, how they shaped us and molded us, and how he knows us intimately. He knows what we've been through. He knows what we think. He knows our thought process. He knows our personalities. He knows us like that. And that is so, so cool to me, just thinking about that. And it says also that my sheep know me. My sheep know me. And I think that's so key as well, that we, to know him like that, intimately knowing him. Again, mentioned this a couple days ago on the devotion, to know him, not know about him. It's cool. You can know about anybody. You can know a lot about a celebrity. You know a lot of different people, but to know them is different. It's relationship. It's having a connection with them. And so my sheep know me. And he says that he lays down his life for his sheep, for us. He laid down his life for us, and it was willingly. Not one forced him to. He chose to lay down his life for us, to protect us, to give us ultimately salvation. And so it's so great. I love this passage that we've read today. It's such a great reminder. And today our takeaway for this is very simple. Really is, do you know his voice? Do you know his voice? And think about when he says that, he said in verse 5 that they will never follow a stranger. In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice. And I think it's so key for us to know God's voice right now, know our shepherd's voice right now, know Jesus's voice right now in our lives, to be able to listen to him as he's guiding us, as he's leading us, especially in difficult times like this, because there are so many voices out there right now that are saying so many different things. And we have to make sure that we know his voice, and we know when it's from him, and that we are listening to his voice, so that we can go where he's asking us to go and do what he's asking us to do, and that we know during a time like this that we're following that voice today. So church, make sure today we're listening to the right voice. Again, the enemy, he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. You don't want to listen to that voice, because it's going to be intent on stealing, killing, and destroying you and your life and your hope and your joy and your peace and all the things that come with that. If you listen to that voice, that's what's going to lead to. If you listen to someone who doesn't have your intention, your best intentions in mind, or doesn't care about you, with a hired hand, they don't really care. They're going to tell you things that are going to benefit them, not benefit you. But Jesus, man, his voice, he's going to do things, and he's going to tell you what benefits you, what will help you, what will get you through. And let's focus in on his voice today, church. Church, I love you guys. I'm praying for you guys. Hope to be back here soon in this building, very soon, and looking forward to that day. Hope you guys are having a great week. God bless you guys.